Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and in this video I am doing a shadow reading for the energy of Virgo. For that I'm using Tarot Nuages by Neidman. This is Tarot the Abyss by Anatorian, and this is an oracle deck called the Lantern Oracle. And we will draw a card at the end to see if there's some extra wisdom that can be imparted. Okay, so this is for the energy of Virgo, and even if you don't have a Virgo moon, rising, or sun, you still have, or any planetary aspects or a planet in the sign of Virgo, you still have a house in the sign of Virgo. So while, for instance, you can have Virgo in the second house, and you would therefore work through your second house issues that has to deal with money and material possessions and such, you would work through that through the Virgo energy, because the second house is in the sign of Virgo. So we all have all 12 signs in our chart, and at any point we can call or use that energy within our lives and apply it to our certain situations, or even look at the situation through the eyes of that particular zodiac energy. So we don't want to limit ourselves just because our sun sign is in, say, Capricorn. We can use all of the energies in all different kinds of ways. All right, so Virgo, you. Here we go with the Tarot Nuages. This is your shadow reading. And then we have the Tower. Okay. We have the Fool, Major Arcana, 2 Major Arcanas, and then the 7 of Coins. Okay, very interesting. So, all right, check this out. On my new setup, which has taken me so long to get to, we have the Tower, Major Arcana. We've got the Fool here, and then we've got the 7 of Coins here. This is Earth energy, and the Tower is what I like to call the cleaning house card. And this card is getting rid of things that no longer serve us. At one point, we built this wonderful tower. It had a reason, it had a purpose, but now that purpose is no longer there. We don't need that. And so what this card is doing, it is getting rid of things that we don't need to make room for things that we do need. This could carry some negative energy with it, or we built it at one point to, in relation to the shadow, we built the shadow to protect ourselves in a way. And as we get older, we no longer need that so-called protection. But we still have those walls built up. And those walls, unfortunately, keep us from receiving and giving, because it's a barrier, right? And so in that case, that's why we would need the Tower energy to help break down those walls. Then we have the Fool here, and this card is about new beginnings, explorations, having the world at your fingertips, and just getting out there and knowing the world, experiencing the world through childlike energies, not through the jaded energies of like, oh, I can't go out into the woods because I'll get bitten by mosquitoes, that type of thing. But more so just going out into the woods and seeing what it's like to spend a night in nature, being able to look up into the stars. And of course, you're going to need a little bit of wisdom to know that there are mosquitoes, there are predators out there, and you'll want to protect yourself. But however, you do want to explore the world in that childlike wonderment. Then we've got the 7 of Coins here, and this card usually speaks of fantasy. I'm sorry, that's the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Coins is more along the lines of harvesting, working on things in the physical realm, putting energy into something and knowing when it's time to harvest, when it's time to bring those things that we've taken care of and start to use them in our lives. And so the feeling that the energies that I'm getting here with these cards is that you are going through a tower moment. However, it's going to open up new horizons for you. You're going to be able to see a whole new world out there after this tower has been deconstructed. You're going to see that the world is not what you thought it was, and those things that you've been working on are going to start coming to fruition. The things that you've been putting your energies in are going to start giving you giving things back to you. So it's like you are beginning anew here. You've got a fresh set of eyes, you've got a fresh body, well, not so much a fresh body, but you've got a fresh outlook, okay, after this tower has been broken down, and then you have resources at your fingertips to help you along in this new journey. So overall, very good. I do see that perhaps maybe you're working through something, and it's you're almost there to that point where you can realize what you've been working for, what you've been dreaming of, and now it's time for you to start working within that new environment, that new energy that is coming about. Okay. Wow, what a great starting to the reading here. I did say it was a shadow reading, so let's see exactly what that's going to entail here. Okay. So, for the Tower. Oh, Major Arcana, we've got the World. Then we've got the Eight of Cups in reverse, and then the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, so with this Tower energy, it's looking like you're still working through this Tower energy. It's not quite done yet. However, you are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, this Tower energy, this Tower situation that you have going here, it's having to do with a relationship that has caused you a lot of fear, anxiety, just a lot of discomfort, not feeling like you're the safest person. You're having a hard time walking away from this relationship, from this situation. But you do understand that it's not the best thing for you. And so I do kind of feel like you're kind of hanging on to like the remnants of this situation. You're not completely letting it pass, but you're aware that you're holding on to this, and you're aware that you're not quite ready to let it go. And that's okay. When things come to an end, it's part of the grieving process. It's part of the process of letting things go. There is a point where maybe you're going to feel that maybe you shouldn't let it go, or maybe you should keep trying a little bit harder. But I think you've been through this many, many times before, and you kind of feel like enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. You have your sights set on a better, you have your sights set on a better idea, a better goal, just a better life for yourself. And so while you might be kind of hanging on to those little shards, that in the end, it's not going to work out. So kudos to you. You have been in this energy for a while, and it's just going to take some time to let it go. And don't beat yourself up about it. It's something in your life that you felt really deeply connected to, but it's no longer serving you. And coming to that realization and understanding that is going to take a little bit of time. And at one point you found comfort in that, and to be able to let something go like that you know, at the snap of a fingers is just not possible. So, so don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay. It's perfectly natural. It's grieving a loss, and no matter how bad the loss is or was, no matter how bad the situation is or was, it's still a loss, and you still have to go through that grieving process. Okay, so for the Fool, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so here's the Seven of Cups, that fantasy card, that illusion card. So we've got water energy, air energy, and then earth of water energy here. So in this Fool situation here about you exploring your new world, you do seem a little cut off here, and you do seem a little afraid. However, I believe those feelings of being cut off and not cut off, being held back is perfectly natural. You do have a little bit of unwarranted fears. Perhaps it's from this relationship. Maybe it's what was one of those relationships where you were made to feel like you were not worthy, or maybe that you're not capable, smart enough, good enough. And so you've created that, you've taken on that energy in your own mind here with this Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about creating our mental prisons within ourselves, and not really being able to see that the key to the way out is through us. And so we build up this fear within ourselves, and it's not really there, which is evidenced by this Seven of Cups. You know, let me show you what this looks like here. So we have this figure. I have to blur out that background so we can focus. There we go. We have this figure of this lady with her head in the clouds and dreaming of grandeur castles and stuff like that, and not really paying attention to the emotions that are rooted down in the ground, in the earth. And so that is basically you living in this false sense of inabilities. You're limiting yourself, and so you don't really think that you have what it takes to be out here exploring these new worlds. I get the feeling that it's more along the lines of an emotional type way, with this Page of Cups being in reverse, right? Because he's earth of water, and so you're afraid to get back out there and I guess get in the pool of creating new connections. Again, that is quite all right. That is a scary thing. You know, we have to put ourselves out there, establish these new connections, get to know people, allow people to get to know us, and it's a tough thing. But this feeling of unworthiness is something that you are perpetuating. Okay, this is something that's not real. This is something that you are holding on to, perhaps from the toxicity of this Tower situation. And so it's going to be up to you to release that. It's going to be up to you to do the shadow work, to realize that you are worthy. You are a spectacular person. You're fabulous. You can get out there and you can have it all. You can have what it is that you want with this world here. And so you see in this card here, we have the baby and then the eye, and we also have the Aurora Boreas here, which is infinity, and it's always things are growing. And this is you being able to see that things are going to grow and things are going to get out and things are going to manifest. Let's get a read on this Seven of Coins, because like I said, this is the harvesting. This is the realization of the work and the energy that you've put into something, and this is what you're going to receive. This is what you're going to get out of it. This is your gift. So we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's air of earth energy. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse, fire energy. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So very interesting. We have two court cards here, and they're both in the sign of Pentacles. They're both in the sign of Earth. And they're the Queen and King. And they're sandwiching the Two of Wands. So it's like you don't realize what it is you have here. You're unaware of it. You're not using your air energy to understand that you have this gift here, this gift of Pentacles that is growing, that is blooming. And you're emotionally blocked off to this with this reverse Queen of Pentacles. You don't feel that you are deserving of this. You don't feel like it's yours to have. And then it's sandwiched in between these Two of Wands, which is like a sort of an action card. It's when 1 and 2 kind of come together and they start working, and it's like a catalyst, right? It's like the catalyst of action. It's the match against that rock that's going to ignite, and so basically you don't realize what you have here. You don't realize that the power is really within you to create and to bring these things into fruition. So I do see some great things that are coming towards you. And you might already even have them. You might already even have these wonderful gifts that haven't yet been harvested yet. And I believe that is waiting for you once you fully release this Tower moment, and then you do that shadow work and understanding that you are certainly deserving of the Seven of Pentacles here. You have been doing some work, and whether that's behind the scenes and you're not really realizing it, you've been doing some work, and it's basically waiting for you to realize that this is yours to have. This is your gift to have. And the work that needs to be completed further is the shadow work in being that you're worthy to receive this. Okay. Because if you're closed off and you don't feel that you're worthy of it, and you don't feel that you can have it, then it really isn't meant to be yours. But it's waiting for you. Okay, it really is. Let's get a card from the Lantern Oracle, and let's see what the Lantern has to say. Ooh, I just had the premonition of the Hermit with his lantern. With his lantern, his wisdom of light that lives in there. And basically, you can have that light too. You can have that wisdom. You can shine that wisdom onto your situation and understand what it is you have, and allow it to light up your world. Allow it to be your guide, to take you into those places, those dark places where you're unsure, but then you have that light of the wisdom. You have that light of wisdom, your wisdom. Okay, let's see what we have here for you, Virgo energy. So we have inner life. We had this card not too long ago, and this is the Crone energy. Let me switch. This deck is set up in a way that there are three, which way do I need to do it so it'll focus? That way? Still getting used to my setup. All right, y'all. I don't know. Last time it didn't want to focus either. Interesting. So when I pulled this card, I think maybe it was yesterday, it didn't want to focus. So like I said, this Lantern Oracle is set up in 4 different energies, and the last energy is Crone energy. So the first one is Maiden, second one is Mother, Guardian is third, and Crone is the last, and that's Elder. fire, alchemy, acceptance, integration, reconcilement, and wisdom. So number 43, inner life. The more we tune into our inner light or spirit self, the more we live our outer life through it, the more transparent we become. The more our inner life is reflected back to us through the intimate connections we enjoy with others and our surroundings. Without a healthy and solid sense of self communing within spirit self, there is only ever smoke and mirrors without. To relate to others from this facade or false self is to forge false connections that create distance rather than closeness. Deep and lasting relationships become possible once we have established such a relationship with ourselves. The journey home to spirit self provides us with a genuinely secure foundation to build our lives upon. Coming home to the loving white light within transforms our limitations and blind spots into pathways without. The loving luminosity of our inner life shines through all density, deceptions, and distractions. All shadows burn in the dusty ashes illusions ultimately are. This is why shadows bury themselves instead of heal what is beautiful but injured within them. This is also why shadows need the light's loving burn to peel away and crumble them back to ash. It is time to make a compassionate self-exploration a priority. A journey into the stillness and silence of your inner light-filled garden is optimal. To establish an intimate communion with yourself, you may feel the need to embrace a period of solitude. The featured crone supports you in whatever form the journey of coming home to yourself takes and requires of you. Until this inner process is complete, true intimacy with another is unlikely and ultimately unsustainable, for it first needs to be established within. Wow, that is really good. Because of this crumbling of this relationship, you're needing to find yourself, you're needing to find your ground, and doing that is your shadow work. Okay, it's to find yourself. It's to find yourself and define yourself, who you are, not by your relationships or who you're with or whatever that person says you are. And that person must have, put you in a situation where your mental state, your self-worth kind of got crumbled, and so you're unaware of these wonderful gifts that you have, these wonderful gifts that are waiting for you. Okay, what a beautiful reading. So I hope that has helped in some kind of way. Oh, that looks nice up there. It almost looks like the moon up here. Wow, let's do this so you can see. Oh, there's some kind of delay. Okay, it might be because I have a keyboard that's USB connected, but it's so close. I don't know. Anyway, those are my problems. I didn't mean to put them on you. But if you have an idea of how I can fix that, let me know. Okay, that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for your time. Know that my heart is, I'm pouring out my heart energy for you to help you on your journey. And if I can help you in any kind of way, leave a little message for me, and I'll see what I can do and see if there's anything else I can help you with. So take care, and I will see you next reading. Bye now.